Hey guys, J-Man here for another episode of the Legion of Superheroes. If you are new to this, what we are doing is we are going through every single Legion of Superhero appearance since their first appearance in Adventure 247. And so this is episode 6. So if you've missed any of these, I have created a playlist that you can go back and watch these, and they're all going to be in chronological order. Today we're looking at Superman 152, Action 287, and Action 289. So that's what we're doing today. So 3 comics. We're going to do 3 for a little bit because a lot of these are just backup stories or half. They're all part of anthology books, so they're not super long. No pun intended. So we're going to go through them a bit quicker. But just some updates. Tomorrow I might do a Superboy stream on my own, just reading a Superboy issue. I might do that. I'm going to see how I feel. Wednesday, Steve and I are going to do our wrestling stream. So that's going to be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. That'll be Wednesday. Thursday is going to be Transformers Day. So Thursday, Transformers. That's going to be weekly with Sean and I. So this week, Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be looking at the Marvel comics, the American comics for Transformers. So we're going to cover the first 2 issues of the Marvel Transformers comic, and it's different than the G1 series. So you're definitely going to want to check that out because I was shocked myself going through. I'm like, whoa, this is like completely different. It's actually really cool. So we're going to, and we might alternate between doing the comics and the cartoon. I put a poll up on my Twitter, and people kind of want us to look at both things, but we've already did the first 3 episodes of the G1 cartoon. So we're going to do the first couple of comics. I think that'd be really cool. All right, let's bring in my first co-host for this. Hey, Sean.
So, yeah, I'm excited for the Transformers stuff.
Oh my God. Yeah. My viewers are excited because I'm getting a shit ton of views on those. It's like I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, everyone's like, "Yeah, Transformers." It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like,
hopefully, it won't be cyclical with the movies, but with this new movie coming out. But like Transformers are just cool to delve back into, anyway. It's an interesting franchise, so yeah,
for sure, it's awesome. All right, and let's bring in our special co-host for this.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Long live the Legion, buddy. I love it.
How's it going?
Hey, man. What's up, my friend Sean? Jay. This is my favorite time of the week, man.
Yep.
See you.
It has been a week since we have met for Legion talks. So I feel like this is like the Legion, like, the
Legion
they have a table.
We're the founders of Legion. Yeah.
right.
By the way, I must say I voted for Reap. I love Chameleon Boy. And I'm laughing at Wagner does not like Sunboy, Dirk Morgna. And he said he so doesn't like him that he had to go back and Google his real name, because, man, you really don't like Sunboy. Wow. That's something, man. I always thought he was okay. It wasn't my favorite, but I love Chameleon Boy.
Sunboy's got 33. Well, it's literally moving while I'm talking. So 6 votes so far. Chameleon Boy's got 67%, 33 to Sunboy. Nobody likes Bouncing Boy.
Yeah, I like.
He doesn't do anything.
I like him, but I don't know. I like all the 3 of them, but man, I can't name you a Legionnaire that I hate. To be honest, if I never to stop and think about it, it would be tough to think of one that I hate.
Right.
There are a couple that are. I mean, like Shrieking Violet can be annoying.
Right.
To be honest. But no, I don't know if I have one. I've never thought of that. A Legionnaire that I hate. Mr. Hate Everything, and I can't really think of one I hate.
I haven't. Yeah, I don't think I hate anybody either from what I've seen. I was gonna put, because we're meeting new Legionnaires as we go through these, so I was trying to put new characters in the voting. I didn't want to put Brainiac 5 because I figured, and you can correct me, I figured if I put Brainiac 5, every single person is going to vote for Brainiac.
Could be. I'm a big fan of Brainiac 5.
Like,
it would have been tougher for me.
Yeah.
I did like Chuck Tane. I mean, I like Chuck Tane, Bouncing Boy. He's a very likable character. Not just because there was a time when I resembled him until now. Now I look more like him in his bouncing form, but and proudly. But yeah, so no, I'm not just because I relate to his to the bouncing part either. But
Right.
because I envy him, because he had duo damsel. He really didn't have her when she was triplicate girl, but still.
Right. Yeah, dual damsel. That's
Warrior.
pretty good. He's moving up there.
Yes, sir.
It's like we don't want to talk about the expanding, but anyway, who knows what else can expand? All right. Well, so Clobby, we know you've got your Monday Night Mark C comic talk, so we're going to try to go through these a little quicker. It is 3 issues.
Hurry.
But let's take a look here. Do you want to give us? So this is Superman 152. Do you want to give us the rundown on the creative team for this one?
Yes. The cover by Kurt Swan and George Klein. And also the interior art by Kurt Swan and George Klein for the 60s was one of the great art teams. I thought until later in the 70s when Murphy Anderson started inking Swan, it was even better. But George Klein, great inker on Kurt Swan. Of course, it's written by Superman co-creator Jerry Siegel and editors, as always, the infamous, villainous, nefarious Mort Weisinger.
Yeah. And let's just say a quick hello to everybody. Lord Thoth is here. Long live Legion, brother. Thank you.
LOL.
Quagnar, I think, was here, but had to leave a bit early. So that's cool. Thanks for popping in and voting. We appreciate that. Stephen Mitchum is here. Thank you so much. And the Stream Elements robot is here to keep us safe. Thank you. And coincidentally, this is about robots.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if this had Bob Haney's name on it, and Nick Wilson just joined. Thank you so much.
Hey, Nick.
Is this a Bob Haney? Is this a Bob Haney in disguise story?
I think there's another story later that was more Haney-ish, but this is pretty Haney.
Yeah.
How about that? That's our new word for that.
I'd say our third story is very Bob
Haney.
Yes.
So that's now become a verb. Like that boy, he really Haney'd that one. Oh boy, what a Haney that is.
No, I mean, our time on Earth, there's a reason why we're only on Earth B once a month. We got to maintain sanity. All right, so I'm going to go through this one, and then we're going to swap around as we do. Yep. So we got 3 robots here. There's actually 4 robots, but we'll see. One is Jimmy, one is Lois, and one is Perry. And this is the so Clobby, you said this is the Mort Weisinger trade of holy crap, like
always shocky. Everything's a shock. Everything's oh my god, you're not gonna believe this one. True believer. You almost look like another huckster. Yeah.
All right. So this is the story, right? Okay. So yeah.
I don't know if I've ever read a Weisinger story that was just a straightforward, adventure where they're fighting just a villain and something normal's happening. I mean, normal for a comic book anyway. I mean, even for comic book standards, but anyway, good.
Right. Yeah. Actually, one of the 3 here is pretty neat. Actually, which we're gonna get to.
Okay.
I mean, they're all fun. But I mean, this one is just so wacky. I don't even know what to do. Okay, so there's a Clark Kent robot here. Sure, there's a Clark Kent robot.
Sure.
That's the identity. So there's a robot master, and we don't know who the robot master is. Though, if you're watching this stream and you know what topic we're covering, you can probably figure it out.
A robot master.
But okay, so Clark Kent here comes into work, and he's like, "Oh, I stubbed my toe, so I better okay." How did he accidentally? Well, does Superman actually accidentally do bad things? Anyways, I stubbed my toe.
So and he's telling you though too. Hey, audience. I'm now going to pretend to stub my toe.
Ouch.
Ouchie, ouchie.
Now this is shocking.
Well, why are you being such a biatch?
so look at this. She's right. She's like, okay, I'm gonna. It's like, stop putting on that big hurt act. I'm not fooled by the way you always pretend to be meek and timid. You're like, whoa, like what happened there? And it's like, great Scott. You're going to print this? It's like, so basically she's like, look at what Lois has written. It's like, the secret identity of Superman is reporter Clark Kent. You're like, okay, that is shocking. I will give you that. That is quite shocking. And she's just going to print it. And Superman's like, dude. And he's like, Jimmy, can you help me out here? Jimmy's like, no, we're printing this. How do you like them apples?
Yeah, we've been tired of hiding. We've known all along.
Right. So Superman, in his, I guess, only option is to literally burn it.
Well, he
Wow.
also says, we know who Supergirl is as well.
Right. Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
So Supergirl's been
Yes.
outed as well.
Yeah.
So he heat visions it.
I think he's gonna fry him. Yeah.
It's like, dude, yeah. So he's like, yeah, screw you. It's like, well, that's it. I'm going to talk to Perry. I don't care. You're like, okay. So then Perry comes in. He's like, great story. We'll print it immediately. It's like, you're like,
Wow, what a bunch of jerk robots.
Yeah, these are now. We don't know that they're robots yet, but let's.
No.
I'm surprised that Superman can't tell through his super hearing, or maybe they're they're duplicated so perfectly that Superman can't tell.
Yeah.
But he reveals himself.
Or something?
Yeah, well, there's a part.
Later,
There's a
lead.
part of them that's lead inside, which is
Yeah.
containing something, which we'll see later.
But that alone should tell you something.
Right.
There
right.
you go. Now he sees. He uses his X-ray vision.
Right. So now we've got the cover. Now I'll give them credit for getting to this quickly because they already spoiled it by saying they're robots, so we
Right.
know. Yeah. At least they got to it in one page or whatever. And he's like, okay, so there's a Clark Kent robot. You're like, you don't miss a trick. Oh my god! All right, so all the robots are just collapsing, almost as though the robot master, wherever he is, has turned off their power supply. I need help. I'm not really sure why Superman needs the help here, but
me either.
let's call now. Here we've got they actually say Linda Lee Danvers. So up until now, the Supergirl appearances, she's been Linda Lee, and I guess the Danvers adopted her in some issue. Did Supergirl have her own title at this point? I don't know. No. So this must have happened in Adventure Comics or somewhere where we didn't see, right? Because we haven't covered that on this stream.
That could well be.
So this for me is the first time I'm seeing this. Obviously, it's not the first time that it's happened, but she's now got her adoptive parents. So I love super ventriloquism. That's going to be my. So Superman
that all the time, man.
That's always been one of my favorite powers of his.
Yeah. So super ventriloquism, he calls her. Now I don't know why he can't use that other times, but anyways.
I love Howdy Doody act.
Okay, another thing. Shortly, as Superman builds a platform, okay, like couldn't they each pick two up and?
Yeah, there's like 4 of them, right? So yeah,
like just pick them up.
One would take one.
But Superman, this is a Superboy thing. Superboy always builds contraptions, and I should have been making a list of the weird ass shit that he's built. I would have been the only person on planet. I might go back and do it. I'd be the only person on planet Earth who has
should. That's cool.
Yeah, like what did Superboy? But like he turned a train into a magnet. Like it's like he turned. Like he'll turn glass into like a prison cell or something. You're just like, okay, like it's just so cool. The key. This is Sean's favorite. The key here.
I love it.
The fortress key.
But I think we all, even if you're a 10-year-old kid back then, you question the wisdom of bringing these robots right into your fortress.
Right.
You can examine them anywhere else. You know.
Same wisdom of leaving the key outside where everybody can see it. Where all you need is someone with superpowers.
Yeah,
open up.
Just lift it.
Yeah, and they kind of explain. They say it's disguised as an airplane marker. It's like,
that's true. All-Star Superman kind of dealt with that too.
It did, yeah. I love All-Star. That was a great series. Okay, so whatever. Long story. He brings them to the fortress with Supergirl. I'm starting to like the blue dress just because I normally like the red dress, but for some reason I've seen this so often now that it's just keeping
pretty good.
You know. Plus, I have a statue of this in the in the blue dress. Okay, so the robots are functioning again. They're wandering off. Shall we stop them? No. Why? Like, why would we? Observing them, we can gain a clue as to what this is all about. It's like, okay. And now we have to do a trigger warning. If there's any stalkers out there, this might offend you. If you're currently stalking anyone or have shrines to people, this might offend you.
Oh, good Lord.
I mean,
the Lois Lane room.
Okay, hold on. I do I do have I have a Wonder Woman shelf. I have a Superman shelf, which is multiple shelves. I have
They're
a
fictional
Conan,
characters.
right? They are fictional characters.
You can't stalk Superman for real.
You can't, no, I can't. But there is a Lois Lane room. There's no nude photos of Lois Lane, but I
know
that we can see. Yeah,
we can see. I know Superboy's definitely looked at Lana because he uses X-ray vision every 5 minutes or so. So he's definitely and if it was Stacey Hyduke, then he's definitely checked her out for sure. But anywho,
dude,
so there's a Lois Lane.
The best line when she says, "Is it possible Superman is secretly in love with the girl I'm impersonating?"
Yeah.
Maybe yes, and maybe no. No, not maybe anything.
yeah.
Perhaps it's only friendship, not love.
Yeah,
like,
so I've been friends with Sean for about 20-something years, and I have zero photos or anything of Sean.
You don't have a Sean room?
I don't have a Sean room. I don't
have a J-Man room or anything. Yeah.
Oh,
so.
shit, man.
Why not? You got a big house.
Sean's
got a big house. I only have a condo. He could easily have a J-Man room. Really? Like, come on.
And you laugh, but I have some friends are from pretty beautiful women that I call friends.
Right.
And I don't have a room to any of them. Because I figured if I can't get them in that room, what's the point of having the damn room?
Hey, Maddie's daddy, thanks so much for for subscribing.
What's
thanks,
up,
dude. I appreciate that.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so yeah, there's no Raquel room. Right?
The lowest room.
All right. So none of us here have any stalker rooms, so we're clear. So we're not going to be offended.
But it's made even worse. It's made even worse with all the other rooms he has. So it's like there's the Perry White room and the freaking.
Hey, where's the Batman room?
Yeah. Why does he have a Perry White room? What if he fires him? Does he get rid? If Perry ever fires him, like, buddy, I gotta tell you, if you fire me right now, you're gonna lose your room. I'm gonna take away your Perry White room.
Why is there a whole room each? Why can't he just have like a little display with the pictures of his friends? That would be fine.
Right.
But a room.
Like,
yeah, but it's funny because he makes all these obsessive rooms, and he realizes, oh, I should cover up not the obsession, but the fact that like he's Clark Kent by making a Clark Kent room.
Yeah. So then. Yeah, he's got a Clark Kent. Okay, so he's got the Perry White room, and then he also has a Clark Kent room. Now, the Clark Kent room actually makes the most sense because he would keep his like, okay, this is my childhood. I've got some of my articles that have won certain awards. I've got my Smallville stuff, and that's like my secret room of like, collectibles.
Right.
Obviously, Superman can't have that in the open, but why are people breaking into the Fortress of Solitude and finding the like? I think if you've broken into the Fortress of Solitude, you already know who Superman is.
Yeah,
like
you're also there to blow it up or something. You're not there to like sneak through like Lois Lane's like personal things.
And I'm telling you, there's like some panties off the side here.
Oh, there's
my favorite part is when they go, Lois means more to Superman than Jimmy. No, that's a lie. She likes Jimmy more. He's into dudes more, I guess. Barry means more to him than both of you suckers.
Let me tell us right now. He likes Lois Lane more than you guys.
Yeah, sorry guys. It's definitely Lois.
Okay. Clark's like, sorry guys, don't CB here.
So they're arguing about who he likes more because they're robots and they care deeply about this.
Yes, for some reason. Lord. Great
the parents are here. I like this.
Yeah,
I'd love to see this outfit.
Love that one.
I'd actually like to see these outfits in the films because I know that the obviously the Christopher Reeve, which is the best thing ever, it has those outfits, but I actually kind of think this feels more like Flash Gordon-y, kind of like.
We always called this the Buck Rogers of the Flash Gordon. Matter of fact, in the Adventures of Superman pilot episode, Jor-El is wearing an old Flash Gordon outfit from the Flash Gordon serials. But yes, as much as I love Superman, the movie Crystal Krypton never quite sat well with me because I kind of like the comic book one better. But there you go.
And I do like that he's got other alien creatures here, so this is kind of neat.
Yeah, his menagerie.
That creature, why don't I have a room instead of a cage?
Yeah, where's the Supergirl room? But anyways,
Good
we'll deal
point.
with that
Probably-
later. We'll deal with
Probably
that.
saying,
later.
"Where's my room?" He goes, shut up. I don't have one."
I don't have a room to
We
use.
know he does.
Okay, so they beat the crap out of each other and destroy each other, but not the Clark one. Now, I don't know about you guys, but in between these panels, I definitely need more. Like, I'm usually I need more context. I'm usually a fan of let's get to the next panel and tell this story.
Right.
But okay, so here's the you can't see my so here's the robots fighting each other, and Clark Kent robot is the sane one. And only I remain. Okay. Now all of a sudden in this next panel, if you can see my mouse, that night Superman and Supergirl go to sleep.
I don't understand any of this. What in the hell?
They just had this major battle with these robots, and like, well, everything's good now. Let's just go to sleep. And you're like, and then they're like, okay.
Let's turn in. Why are you sleeping? You don't need to sleep. You're Superman and Supergirl.
Yeah. So I mean, Clark. I like that. He's like laying on his back, and she's doing the fetal position. Sleep.
This is most bizarre, man.
I don't know. This is Bob Haney, like right here. He's like, why don't you just have to go to sleep while the robot does stuff?
Jerry, what are you doing, man?
Yeah. Hey, FKHC, what's going on?
Hey.
Time to go to bed. Let's go to sleep.
Time for to go to bed.
Okay, so while they're asleep, Clark robot gets up and picks up these canisters. Now, so knowing that Superman and Supergirl would bring the masquerading robots into the fortress for examination, my master, that's the robot master, if you've been keeping up, concealed these objects inside the robots, knowing Superman's and Supergirl's X-ray vision couldn't penetrate lead tubes. So this is not looking good for this is like some shady stuff going on, right?
Right.
Now he pulls out this little thing. We don't really know what this is yet, right?
No.
It's like, but there's something going on. So he's like, the robot master smuggled these objects into the fortress hidden inside the robots, just as the ancient Greeks smuggled their warriors into the fortress city of Troy inside a wooden Trojan horse. So we got
an action figure.
Yeah. Now look at this. Like this key thing got this got demystified. It's like, well, this robot just was,
yeah.
Right, like you're like, I thought they had all this worked out. Like no one can lift this key or whatever.
Plus, it kind of looks smaller here, like compared to him.
Yeah,
could be a lot bigger, but anyway.
Yes. George and
all right,
Kurt could have done better on that one.
Yeah.
So I liked. So he lets in the master. I really like this shot a lot. This just looks very exciting to me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I just feel like they're coming in like. They're doing something. Clang, clang, clang. Is this the Judy Garland train song?
Yes.
which I love, by the way. I love that movie. Anyway, alarm bells. That Clark Kent robot must have opened the fortress door. Treachery.
That's right.
We haven't had a gasp yet. I want to start a thing. Anytime there's a gasp, I'm going to try to find
gasp. No gasping? No.
I'm changing my Twitter handle to Gasp J-Man. I legit was thinking of doing that today.
Not Choke J-Man?
No, I don't like Choke. I like Gasp. Gasp is my absolute favorite thing ever. No, I know we're laughing, but I'm dead serious. I love it. Every time there's I interrupt my wife, like she'll be reading her manga and I'll interrupt her. I'm like, look, Gasp.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe me. I'm like, Gasp is every 4 pages there's a gasp.
You gotta start reading EC comics. It's
really?
Choke gasp is usually what people say, like choke gasp.
A buddy of mine used to run around quoting the cover of some EC stuck in her head for some reason. It was like, good Lord, oh my God, choke.
Yeah, good Lord is another one. Yeah.
I remember the name. I have over 100 Judy Garland master recordings on my iPhone. I got the entire collection of all her master recordings. So I'm a big Judy Garland fan. It's never going to be done on a stream because nobody's going
to watch that. Yeah.
No one's going to talk Judy with me. Anyway, okay, so I wonder what he looks like. It's like, oh yeah, well come see. Ta-da! Surprise! You're like, Okay.
I should have known it was you assholes.
It's
Always
like
pulling some crap, man. What the hell's wrong with you? God
they,
damn, you come back from like is the future boring? Like what's wrong
yeah,
with you?
Why you got to come back in time to screw with me?
yeah.
Yeah.
So and then they just and so they list them off in order.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's the Legion of Superhero. It's like one of these. Oh my God, it's the Legion of Superheroes from the distant future. Look at the camera.
Including Lightning Lad, Cosmic Boy, Saturn Girl, Planet Pad, Kaylee Boy, and Sun Boy. They're the Robot Master. All of them.
Okay,
Okay.
Supergirl's got
Why?
the line of the comic. Robot Master is 6 I couldn't stop that. My eyes were watering. It's like, okay, so wait, that's your reaction? The Robot Master is 6 people. It's like, right. So grammatically, it doesn't work. Thanks. I know. He should have been called Robot Master.
Oh, my goodness.
She's like, okay, so it's 6 people. I love it. Okay, so Supergirl's
Saturn Girl.
And then, okay, here's the explanation for why. Every time the Legion appears, there's always shenanigans. Guys, I promise you, it gets a lot more intense with the Legion. This is all just like fun, silly things.
Have their own comic yet.
Yeah, wait till those later Superboys. Like, it starts getting pretty epic. So
that's because Edmund Hamilton and other science fiction writers are actually writing some of these.
Right.
Later.
Whew, okay. All right. So our time scope revealed that Lois, Jimmy, and Perry are currently out of town. Okay, so let's make robots of them. Like, I don't. What is behind all this? Look at the wall and you'll find out. Now, this is cool. This is actually the cover of Supergirl's first appearance, which is an awesome cover. And okay, so behold. The scene revealed by the Pictocaster. Remember this Pictocaster thing, which is like shady at best, but anyway.
Yeah.
So this is a still of the exact moment when I first met Supergirl when she came to Earth. You must have photographed it off the screen of your time scope, which is another, unreliable piece of technology from the 31st century or 21st in this comic. I'm beginning to get it now. It's like today is the latest anniversary of the day I first arrived on Earth and met Superman. So correct. We, your fellow club members, have come to help you celebrate that memorable occasion. Okay, so you probably could have shown up and said, surprise, we're here to celebrate with. No, we decided to impersonate people, send them into their jobs, like write up this whole article about how we know your identities, trick you into bringing you back to the fortress, fighting these robots. And who's going to clean up that robot mess? I don't see anyone with a broom coming in there to clean that shit up. It's like you've just caused all this trouble. Well, at least you didn't give them a sleepless night. We know they were able to sleep that night.
They called me a dick.
Yeah, like Jesus Christ. Clark Kent robot, lead the way to the gift. It's like, okay, now hold on. Before you've already seen the gift. I got to tell you, if I went through all this trouble, this gift better be 10 out of 10. Like, this better be some kick-ass shit, okay? Because this gift is not like, if Sean and Steven went through all this to like trick me and all this, it better be better than what this is, right? Because like,
yeah, your privacy is violated. Like if your wife were a robot and like insulting you, and it's like, well, who's behind all this? And it's like, hey, it's us. Here's your gift. It's like, what? Like, and then you beat the shit out of us.
So it's like, I mean, there's Choke. What a wonderful surprise I'm through. It's like little busts. Like, I don't.
It's nothing.
It's
Let's not pretend you wouldn't buy them though.
I would like them, but I'm a Legion fan. They're actually the Legion. And Superman's I could make my own, you jerks.
Yeah, and then hold on a second. Which one was this? This looked like a Clark Kent. Who's this guy?
Superman maybe?
I don't know.
No, but he's not. He's blue. Look. This looks like Clark Kent. Look at the colors.
Is that a bus?
Yeah.
Well, he pulled out
someone he's holding. Yeah.
It ain't any of these guys. No, maybe the Chameleon Boy bust can change.
I guess.
I just want to point out something too, like they do acknowledge that Superman and Supergirl are Legion members here.
Right.
Like
Although
they're
this is a
yeah.
younger Legion. But yeah,
Yeah. I mean, they're saying
not the adult Legion. Yeah.
for its two mightiest members. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess you're now coming out in the open and saying Superman's part of your thing. Because I don't think he really
But it's when he's
joined them,
Superboy,
no?
though.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. They should know him when he's Superboy. That younger Legion didn't go hang out with Super. But that's later.
Yeah.
But this is for Supergirl's arrival,
Right.
technically. So Supergirl would still count. So, but they needed Superman to bring the robots to the fortress. Now, how did they know that he was going to call Supergirl for help? You could theorize, I guess, yeah, they know the future. Yeah, I guess you could theorize that he would go to the fortress. Like, it's like maybe these robots are dangerous. I better bring them to the fortress for safekeeping. You know what I mean? Like, you could theorize something.
It's just plot confusion. It's like Luke's Jabba the Hutt plan. It's like
That was a brilliant plan.
yeah, you'll accept these
I love
robots.
this
And
plan.
you'll accept, yeah.
I'm excited to be a part of it.
I love Glenn.
Go
Good,
Ghostbusters.
nice Ghostbustering.
Ghostbusters. It's like, so the robot master gag was a hoax to trick Supergirl and me into taking your robots into the fortress so you could surprise us with this anniversary gift concealed inside the robots.
Just bring them. Don't you have a bag? Like, just bring them yourself. Like, what is this?
Yeah, Steven and Sean's birth. Okay, so Sean and Steven's birthday's coming up in a week or so, week or two.
Yeah,
and I bought Sean a Operator 5 pulp book, and I bought Steve tickets to the Niagara Falls Comic Con. I didn't turn Sean's wife into a robot to conceal literally a book that I ordered off Amazon. I could have even had it just shipped to Sean. It's like, I just ordered a book. Like, it's like, that's a lot. Elaborate, it's like this elaborate thing. It's like, no, I just ordered a book. Like, I don't need.
Like, you're no Mort Weisinger. He's a genius.
It's like I turned Steve's family into robots, and then when he connects the robots, they form the Comic-Con. Right. They form the Niagara Falls Comic-Con tickets.
Makes sense to me, man.
It's like the most random thing ever. I love it. Well, that's the end of this epic. This is like too much.
Jerry got paid, so I'm glad. But man,
my God.
Yeah, for whatever reason, this is not included in my collection, and I don't know if they reviewed this and just rejected it or what. Right. But I mean, they're in it. Here they are. But
they're in there. Again, it wasn't considered it wasn't considered a standalone Legion story or even at all.
Right.
So, but sometimes they put ones in. If the collection you're talking about, do they put some of the other stories we've covered that really aren't like standalone either?
Mon-El was in there, right, Sean?
Yeah, Mon-El was in there, but that's important. I think it's just importance.
Right.
I would want every single appearance.
Sure.
But, yeah.
Yeah, this is rubbish, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is not anything.
And I feel like that every single appearance, like the thorough ones, are mostly the hardcover, like $150 books, not these like paperback things, right? So,
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So Action 287 is next.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Clobby, you want to give us the on this one, creators?
Pull up some info here. Which one is it again? It's 287, right?
287, yeah.
It's Supergirl's Greatest Challenge.
Okay, this is the goddamn best
cool.
issue.
Yeah.
Who wants to cover this one? Sean, you want to do it, or Clobby? You want
either one. Look, if you can go for it, Sean. If you feel like doing it, that's cool. I'll set it up for you if you'd like. That's Jerry Siegel again, with art by Jim Mooney.
Yep, he penciled and inked it, right? Yeah.
Yes, indeed, and Mort Weisinger. Go for it, sir.
All right, so let's get to that story.
And a lot of this looks very classic. I love the art in this, especially Positive Man.
God damn, I got to get this one. I thought this blew my socks off. I thought this was
just bring back awesome. Positive Man. Let's go.
Dude, I was like, they need to make this into a movie. I didn't read this, but this looks incredible. This first story here. I didn't read this one, but it looks incredible. Look at all the creatures and robots and shit in this one. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, dude, this is awesome. Look at how wicked this. I mean, I like the cover. I guess the cover they gave was good, but this is like super intriguing. No pun. Like I don't know, man. Like this looked badass.
Well, and also Supergirl like does a lot of cool stuff in this too. Like she's a woman of action in this thing. So.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
This is her best story that I've read up till now.
Yeah.
For me. Okay. So Sean, you want?
It's some hilarious stuff.
Okay, so
too, though.
Pardon?
No, go ahead. I'm saying there's some really funny stuff in it too, though.
Yeah. So all the girls are hanging out. It's like all these. I don't know if they were like regular characters around Supergirl, but it's just all like what was this character's name, Margie or something. And so they invite Lois Lane, and Lois Lane is like it's a big Superman club gathering. And she's like, you know what? I've had adventures with Supergirl, and you look like Supergirl. Now, here's my question, Clobby. I thought at this point she's still a secret. No?
And again, the last story we read, she was a secret. But there could have been some other stories that had nothing to do with the Legion that we missed that I haven't read forever.
Right.
So at this point, I mean, Lois knows who she is, and apparently so do these girls, right?
Yeah, and she's mentioning Supergirl to these other characters, and they're like, "Oh, I guess there is a Supergirl out there."
So I guess they know now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, Linda's father comes home and says, like, they're about to blow up the tree that you hide your robot and stuff in, like with the tunnel and everything. And so she's like, "Oh my God!" So she flies out there to stop this. And I'm sure they're doing like good work for the government, but like she has to stop this thing. So
now hold on a second. I don't know if people know this, but this is a Superboy thing where he has a tunnel from his house in Smallville that he goes under, like let's say the basement, goes through the ground and flies up out of a forest, so that way no one ever sees him entering the house. So Supergirl apparently has a similar thing. I don't know if that was said in a Legion, because I know I've said that on my Superboy streams, but I don't know if that ever came up in a Legion story. It may have.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I think it has.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen it for Supergirl. Not for Superboy, because we've seen it many times there, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
so there you go.
Yeah, she thunderclaps her hands, and it destroys the stump that they're trying to get rid of. So then they're like, "Oh, I guess we don't have to do anything now." So whatever. So later on, she goes back home, and instead of a lamp and everything that Superboy has, she has a big replica. This is cool. I'd buy this. It's a replica. It's a replica of the Legion of Superheroes. The superhero club, like headquarters at the time.
Yes.
And so it's ringing, but in addition to it ringing, she also has like Legion of Superheroes bookends, which they should totally make.
Yeah, this is awesome.
where it's like Silent Girl and Cosmic Boy's heads like glow, and to me it's overkill. It's like you've already got this thing ringing. So, anyways, it's inviting her to go into the future to meet them. So she flies past 1980 and 2000 and all that.
The 21st century again.
Yeah. So she goes in and they have a Mars City exhibit. I don't know. I guess like Martian Manhunter is a part of the universe at this point, no?
Well, sure.
Or at least that Martian, like, yeah, he would be. The whole Martian milieu. So, anyways, she goes into this area where these Legionnaires are performing and stuff. And they're being observed on 3D TV. And
that came to pass. Good job. Yeah. That came to pass. Nice.
It came and went basically.
I like how he's Lightning Boy again. For a second there, right?
Oh,
Lightning Boy is a human dynamo. What?
Yeah. Bouncing Boy is only good for entertainment at this point. He's just bouncing around.
Sunboy's brutal. He just glows or whatever.
Yeah.
Sunboy shines bright.
Powers and stuff, right? You know.
Yeah. He shines bright. See.
Yeah. They'll all be better in later stories. They'll do more in later.
Yes.
stories.
Yeah. So, anyways, Cosmic Boy, looks like Chameleon and Saturn Girl are like, glad you can join us. Let's go save the universe. There's this whole like, while these three are performing like idiots, like the universe is at stake somehow. So they all fly off, and they explain everything to Supergirl through a thing that just like flashes all these memories into her, which I thought was a great narrative.
I agree with that.
I know everything. Okay, great. That's awesome. So she flies out and like meets Positive Man. Positive Man used to be a human. Now, Bobby, is this a character that was around before this, or is this not the first appearance? Is it?
He's new for this.
Yeah.
I may have brought him back. They may have brought him back at one point because I've seen a picture of him. But what I liked about this was he was a human.
Yeah.
An alien scientist.
Yes. Yeah.
So wait a minute.
Human and alien scientist, like, well, pick one.
He was once an alien scientist. An alien human. I don't even. Okay.
He's a human from another planet, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. He blew up. Could have said a humanoid or something. I mean, he blew up his planet while creating a doomsday bomb, and the explosion transformed him for some reason. So that's good to know that if you do happen to blow up your planet, it doesn't necessarily mean you'll die with everybody else. You'll just turn into a monster who could fly through space.
It's a very 50s mad scientist origin. I love it, though, because it suggests a whole story that, like, it's like, oh, I want to, see more of this guy, right? And
this is badass.
Yeah, the way he's drawn, it's like a bunch of crosshatches like forming like white on black. It's amazing. Yeah. He looks great.
Is awesome, man. And look, you can see him coming out here. They show it.
So Supergirl can't fight him because, like, she can't. He's intangible, right? Even though he can do harm, right? So she's like
positive, though. It's not like he's more like a bummer. It's like, dude, I hate everything. I'm gonna destroy planets and shit, man.
Yeah, now he wants to kill everyone else because he's like, well, I'm dead, so that's his thing.
You're gonna be dead with me.
Supergirl has a plan, so she flies off. But of course, in typical superhero trope, the Legion superheroes are like, now it's their turn to experience like someone being an asshole to them. It's like,
now, hold on a second, Sean. Let's do a double check because Supergirl went home to put pants on in this panel. But,
yep, she did her pants.
Does she have pants in your comic?
They corrected it in my.
They corrected it. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. I thought so.
Yeah, I didn't notice that there. Yeah, it's all blue. It's just a coloring error because you can see the separation of the skirt. Yeah.
They anticipated the season 6 Supergirl TV show where she got pants. See, it's from the comics. Anyways.
That was awful. That was awful.
Arg.
So I guess when she was transmitted all this backstory in her head, she also learned about this bird. So she flew off to get the bird who's negative, I guess, right?
Negative bird.
Then if they collide, then they'll blow up or whatever, which is cool. It's a very super friends type of logic, right? So, anyways, she gets the bird to come and fight, and the bird looks awesome too.
Yep.
And they collide and blow up. So that's not the end of this. So so they go back.
Yeah, so a normal person would be like, "Oh, that was pretty good. Yeah, okay, that was pretty smart." Oh, hold on a second.
Yeah, the radiation fallout from this explosion messes up the Legion. So now they don't have powers. So it's like, well, what the hell are we gonna do now? So Supergirl's like, I'll cover for you. I'll like do super BS around you to make it look like you have powers, right? So flying around, she meets what she thinks is Streaky, and it's really Wizzy. These cats, like, I like the cartoon look of them. I like Streaky, but yeah. So Wizzy's basically the same thing, but with a W, and something that says Wizzy, descendant of famed supercat Streaky, even though there must have been other supercats between them. I don't know. No one cares about them, only Streaky. So, anyways, there's a dude that makes androids, but it's kind of creepy because the way they describe it is he grows them like they're organic, like help basically. He can make a musician that has like 4 arms. He can make a big like laborer, which we won't talk much about. It's kind of messed up.
This is really the Android factory.
Yeah,
like this
they
is
call them
so
androids,
weird.
but like they do explain that they're like organically grown or something.
Yeah,
So
you can go. Hey,
they're-
I'm just gonna go buy me a chick.
yeah,
I mean, you
What
just go,
happened
hey,
here?
this is some weird. I mean, it's well today in our weird, cynical society. It's back then
Right.
they didn't think about
it's
it.
just it's
man.
idealistic, right? Yeah.
Where's
Um,
where's Jean-Luc Picard
Yeah,
no,
it's
but
great. It's hilarious though.
I mean, what a turn!
it
Like,
is a turn. When
like
I was reading this,
It
I
is
was
a
like,
turn.
"What happened?" Yeah, I was. It's the same as you. It was like, did I? I know I didn't miss something because it's in the same page, and I'm like,
yeah,
I don't. Where are we going with this? All of a sudden, there's
Yeah.
like this mother of kids and this like little person, and
yeah.
and one kid is blowing colored bubbles, and they make a big deal of saying that, but that doesn't amount to anything.
Yeah,
So
I like
yeah,
that. This guy's just like, screw. Can you tell your dumb kid to stop blowing these dumb bubbles? You're just like,
yeah,
okay.
Can you
yeah.
imagine the orders this guy gets, other than the 2 orders he got right there? I mean, they got to be lined up in the streets, man.
Yeah.
You say,
Yeah.
you see that chick down the street there? Can you make
Woo.
one look just like that? Yeah.
I need a Supergirl robot. Let's go.
Yeah, for my nightly needs.
Ooh.
Just because. Oh, I got one for that. Hold on a second. Where's my?
Uh,
You got a day Wednesday, baby.
yeah, I'm gonna order. Look, the lady. She wants to order a copy of herself
yeah,
to take care of her kids because her kids
Yeah,
are
it's
too stupid to
messed
take a
up.
nanny.
like the
Kids
fake
hired a
mom.
nanny. Right, a fake mom. What are you doing to your children?
Your children would be like messed up. It's like,
So weird.
which one's the real mom?
Oh my
Jerry.
God.
This one
Jerry
has
Siegel,
no
seriously.
soul, and it's like, what's
It's
going on?
like, are you my
Fake
real
mom.
mommy?
Yeah,
Yes, dear. She's the real one. I mean, yeah, that's
This
Why
is
do
the
we have
Doctor Who.
why
What
do
was
we
that?
have 2 moms now?
Yeah. What was that one with with the goop that became the people, and then they were saying which was
Yes,
the real? What was? Oh
the
God,
fake,
living flesh. The living flesh.
living
Something like
flesh.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, Rebel flesh.
Rebel flesh. That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
That's like
So
that's like a Doctor Who.
But this is so weird though, because this is like a normal thing going on in the 21st century that people can go that she would want to buy a fake version of herself instead of hiring a nanny or something.
yeah.
It was, I mean, how do you write this? Even in 1962, maybe I guess that's just what it was. Is they thought it would be so fantastical and they didn't care.
Right.
But it's
Yeah.
just freaking weird, man. It's crazy.
You don't think about the
It's
moral
funny, though.
implications of it. It's just fun and
Yeah, which is
future,
fine.
right? So
It's
yeah,
fine, but now it is kind of fun to joke about it. But yeah, you're
yeah.
right. Oh, Wizzy. Why is Wizzy? Why
Yeah,
does
go ahead.
Wizzy have the same like this? The telepathic powers now. I mean, I like.
Can't they talk at this point?
Yeah.
So Cosmic Boy's like, is it Cosmic Boy? Yeah. He's like
Cosmic
Yes.
robots are about to like rob you, and so they do, and
Coincidentally.
then he can't do anything about it. So then Supergirl comes in for the save and like uses her super breath or super powerful suction or something like that.
Yes,
Yeah, suction.
you got me. Telekinesis. No, it is super breath, sort of.
Yeah.
Super vacuum breath, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she's got 2 straws. So I don't know if you can tell, if people can tell. She has 2 straws coming out,
Okay.
and she's like sucking the
Sucking
air
them
into
and then
her,
having them
and those guys are
smash together.
right, and she directed the 2 straws at
Right.
the guys.
It's a good thing it didn't move. It didn't affect the fake Cosmic Boy at all.
right.
No,
Wouldn't it
only-
suck him in or whatever?
It just got the 2 robots.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good news is you destroyed the robots. The bad news is Cosmic Boy's back is permanently broken. So
Walk it off, Cosmic Boy. Listen, like I do I have something for Cosmic Boys, bro? Here. For that.
Oh,
so the next big caper is someone's robbing this dude that has a special spray for tree men that are about to be extinct.
Okay, guys. Okay, you are going too fast, Sean. First of all, let's can we backtrack for 1 second?
Yeah.
This entire weird ass thing was
So
literally
weird.
just to have Cosmic Boy show that he has his powers when he doesn't. Like,
Yeah.
this nonsense thing serves no purpose other than to just have Supergirl do suction breath. Like,
Yeah, the moral implications of growing people to specifically do a task. The mother who wants to buy another of
right.
her to babysit her kids. The little person that complains about the other kids. It's like, what this like? Is this like a backdoor pilot for another comic? Like, what is this crap? Like,
Yeah, there's so much to unpack there. We could
Yeah.
do a 2-hour stream unpacking these
Yeah.
4 pages coming up. Like,
Panels. Yeah, it's oh my god, man. I don't know what the so weird.
So there's these poor tree
No.
men from wherever.
Hold on, Sean. You need to explain
They're
this again.
sad too.
All
You
right.
have to explain this. Okay. So this is like 2 panels, but this needs to be explained a bit better. Okay, explain it again.
Okay, so there's these tree men in like a greenhouse run by some scientist man. They're endangered, and the only way they can survive is this guy's experimental spray. But this a-hole wants to steal it. He put on a robber's mask, and he wants to steal it for whatever reason. I think because it fetches money or something like that.
That's it. There's no reason. It just does. It can make
Give
me
it-
some
Yeah.
money.
They
Oh,
say
it's
valuable
valuable
chemicals
rare
that I can
chemicals
sell
that
for
I
a
can
fortune.
sell for a fortune.
Yes.
So,
Right.
so Sunboy turns up, but he sucks. He doesn't have powers.
Right.
So, Supergirl then uses her powers. I coated you with luminous powder, which glowed brightly. Then, from my place of concealment, I projected my heat vision on the crook. And then and then she blows on you know what, that's the wrong choice of words. Then she blows off the dust from
Nah.
off of Sunboy, and then that's that caper.
But hold on a second.
Meanwhile,
Can Sunboy be defeated by sunglasses? Like, I feel like Sunboy.
No.
Like, okay, in this case
No, because
here,
they can generate heat too. Later.
okay,
well,
you can
the
yeah.
guy's like, don't
But-
burn me. Like, I
Okay,
figured
but-
he can, but they haven't really shown that in all of these appearances.
right.
Yeah.
Now, does Sunboy not know martial arts? Like, can't he just punch him? Like, I like Cosmic Boy. Okay, there's robots. That's a different. I feel like Sunboy could just go up and kick this guy in the nards and like complete this task. Like,
I always thought that was the I always thought that was the point of Karate Kid. That like Karate Kid's like big famous story is that he defeats. Didn't he defeat Superboy or Superman?
Yeah, he took down Superboy in a fight.
Superboy, yeah, because Superboy has all these powers, but like he doesn't have technique, right? And that was the thing, right? And they even had that in the cartoon they made, where he's like, I want him to teach you all guys like to actually fight, right? Anyhow, there you go.
that's what Sunboy should have done to this run.
So here's twist number 13 here. So it turns out that these guys aren't the Legion at all. They're like an Ersatz like Skrull team or something. They're like they transform back to these guys. Yeah.
Hold on. I got this one for that.
What's this bullshit?
it's like, what? They're not even the Legion of Superheroes? What the hell's going on here?
Yeah, so they're like, it's safe to change back. It's like, little does she suspect we're not the real Legionnaires, but members of a chameleon race from another planet who can disguise ourselves as anything. And they go through their whole backstory.
We're Skrulls.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
Skrulls,
basically, yeah. We traveled toward Earth in a ship identical to the Legionnaires, while the Supergirl was busy fighting the Positive Man. We knocked out her friends with paralysis gas, then hit their ship in an asteroid. By the time she had returned, we'd used our chameleon powers to disguise ourselves. Okay, whatever. So what do they want? Our one stumbling block now is Supergirl. So they want to what do you want to do again? We're unable to do
Put in the Phantom Zone.
I guess they want to. They want to retrieve people from it. Yes, we've solved that problem thanks to the Phantom Rays. So they want to destroy Supergirl by putting her into the Phantom Zone.
Yeah.
And I can only assume they want to take over like either Earth or the universe or something. I don't know.
Right. So I've got a plan.
Yeah.
Supergirl, come. We need your help. She comes. They put her in the Phantom Zone.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
is the point of these like pretending they don't have powers? I have to say, at this point in time, each one of these things could have been its own comic, and if it was written today, each of these would be a 5-part story.
Yeah, I know.
Literally, there is so much packed. This isn't even the full story of this comic. This is like a double. Was this a double or triple feature? I can't remember if this is a double. It's a double story in this one.
It's a double
Superman.
Story, I think,
This is a double. Jesus Christ, there's so much going on in just this story. I know. This all started with fighting the Positive Man. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. And he's out of there now. He's just nothing. He's gone.
Yeah, usually they in the past they would like split these up into chapters and put like sell to you as a novel. Like big 3-part novel, right? And this seems like it is that, but they just like combine them all into this one story. You know, it's crazy. But anyway,
stuff, man.
So they stole this Phantom Zone projector from a museum. So now they have it, and they immediately put Supergirl into the Phantom Zone, and she's like,
"Hey, we said Phantom Zone and Phantom Outsider appeared."
I know.
As we said Phantom Zone.
If you say the Phantom Zone 5 times, you get Phantom Outsider. So.
Right.
So she's like, "Well, I'm in the Phantom Zone. Like, what the hell? Like, I gotta stop these guys." And Wizzy's in there too.
Thank goodness that Wizzy, if you recall, do the Wayne's World thing. It's like, hey, remember when Wizzy had those telekinetic telekinetic powers? I wonder if that'll come in handy later.
Yeah.
Telepathy or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So Wizzy can telepathically communicate with like one of the androids from the android factory.
Right.
So it is one of the androids, right? It's not the actual guy, is it? I can't remember. Let me see. God, how far back was that? It's the guy who runs it. So yeah. So he's like, I hear a mental voice. What is it? It's like, go to the superhero clubhouse. So he sends I guess it's like a. Is it an android of one of the aliens? Like, I'm getting lost now. I don't know.
No, okay. There's been too many androids. There's been too many robots and androids in today's Legion stream here.
Yes.
So she's contacting this guy.
Yeah.
And this is the guy that was the doctor, or who creates those androids.
It's the guy who created those things, but there's a chameleon android too.
Yes.
There's a android of the chameleon itself. So
that's true.
Right, she asks him. So he makes androids. So she's saying, "Can you make me an android of the guys of the Skrulls? We'll call them the Skrulls. Can you make me a Skrull android?" So look, Supergirl turned the tables, man. She's like, "You're gonna make androids of my friends. I'm gonna friggin' make androids of you. How you like that shit?" She's good, man. I like Supergirl in this comic.
So apparently he makes it in 1 second because you know. Hey, and so he comes in. He's like, "I've come to." He's like, "Release Supergirl." So he does, and it's immediate. It's immediate. It's like there's no. This would have been 3 pages of bull crap today, right? He comes in. And like in mid-sentence, he's like, "I've come to in the next panel. Release Supergirl and Wizzy."
I love it.
Oh my goodness!
So she's like, "Thanks, Android. I'll take over now." And she beats the crap out of these guys.
Yeah, look at this bullshit.
Yeah, and he's like, "I'll borrow this impenetrable dome," and like traps all of them. It's like it's mega action. So,
Bud's here too. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
So Supergirl. So all the Legionnaires are rescued and everything, and she explains what the hell happened, and Wizzy is like, "Oh, I'll never forget you." So she goes back in time to the 60s, and then talks to Streaky and mentions Wizzy, and then they're, she's like, "Oh, to think it all began with the heads on the bookends glowed."
I can't believe it began with all that.
Yeah. Woo. And I wonder when I'll meet these guys next. So there you go. I feel like they're selling these or something. Like it's an advertisement for like glowing head bookends or something. But
Yeah.
anyway,
That'd be so.
yeah.
Of course, yeah, absolutely. And apparently, these stories are getting more and more popular at this point as well. I should say, because a lot of people are really writing in and liking them. So,
Yeah, but
I mean,
this was
one's
awesome. I love
bonkers.
this. Yeah.
I mean,
Hmm?
this is a contender for like a purchase, like for sure. Like I might have to grab because I like I'm a lot of these are really cool. I might have to grab these. I don't know how easy they are to find. I'll see at the next show. Then the one
Yeah.
in June, the good one in Toronto, which
Yeah.
has all the old stuff where I usually and I've been saving a ton of. I've got a Niagara Falls Comic Con and the Pulp Show, but I'm not gonna go crazy at them. But I'm saving up for this Toronto comic one. There's a lot of Superboy stuff I want to get. Literally any adventure comics, any Superman comic, any action comic, like any of them are good. Like
Yeah.
all of these are awesome.
yes.
And
Oh,
did
yeah,
this
it's
one have that
beautiful.
Superman story with the robots? What was the first one?
I was one before it.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
this is awesome too.
What was
Like,
it, Perry White?
Yeah.
Him hunting him or something.
Yeah. Perry White's Manhunt for Superman. Yeah.
I know that.
yeah,
I like to skim the letters pages. We have a letter from Jerry Bales in this one. Those who don't know that name, there's a all of comics fandom owes it to Jerry Bales along with Roy Thomas for starting the very first fanzines, Alter Ego.
Oh wow.
So that's of note. Not that it's
Ooh.
much, but yeah.
where's his? So he's in this page.
Yeah, at the top, I think somewhere. Jerry Bales. There you go. I like looking for notable names. There was a time, man, in the 70s, 80s, and 90s when there were a couple of people who wrote. Obviously, before that, there were people who wrote letters that ended up working in the industry. I always enjoy that. But others who just wrote letters forever. It was a guy named T.M. Maple that he was one of you people. He was one of you guys. He was T.M. Maple was the Mad Maple.
Oh, nice.
Your way, who wrote over 3,000 letters to comics between 1977 and 1994, and then unfortunately passed away. Then, man. But the most prolific comic letter writer of all, T.M. Maple. Why am I mentioning him? I don't know, because I was reading something about him last night. I hadn't thought about him in years. Anyway, so ready for the next one?
Yeah.
That is awesome. That's gonna be.
I always think of George R.R. Martin, who wrote into the early Marvel comics. I don't know how old he was then.
He did, yeah.
Wow.
It's like a Fantastic Four 17,
That's true,
Amazing
he did.
Spider-Man 5. It's like they published his letters, and you're like, oh yeah, this guy. And it's like, he became like this big author and everything. So.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Well, a few of my letters have been published, and I'm releasing my new book very shortly. It's going to be very short. It's going to be like short. I'm going to release it shortly, and it's going to be short. It's only going to be like it'll be like 25 pages. It's basically like a comic book, but just written out instead of things. So I'm going to be releasing that soon. So maybe I'll go somewhere, and then everyone can be like, "Oh yeah, J-Man was publishing all these comics that no one
King
cares
Spawn or whatever." Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in Gunslinger Spawn, which
Gunslinger. Yeah. Okay.
I love Gunslinger. I will.
No, it's awesome. Yeah.
it is awesome.
It might be the best one right now, but
It definitely, it's definitely
Spawn?
the best
Yeah.
one. Yeah, it's definitely the best one right now. D-Bud, one of my customers was a prolific letter writer. I don't know how many got published. Wow, cool. Yeah, this is all right. Check this out. 12 cents. And this is, there was so much in that issue that was going on. That's crazy.
Nice.
All right, Clobby, you're in the you're in the top spot. I'll call it the top spot. Oh man, you really got.
This is the craziest one.
This is boink. This is bonkers.
Yes.
I was telling my wife about this one as I was reading it, and I always pretend as though I'm like a kid reading it, be like, oh no, like what's gonna happen?
It's one of those things like you think like, oh, something's taken over Superman's brain or something. No, that's not what it is.
Yeah. Buckle up, boys and girls. This one is gonna be Bob Haney would be jealous.
Yes. So who's the creative team?
Cover art by the great Kurt Swan, George Klein team. But the interior art on this one is by Jim Mooney. Of course. Story by the co-creator himself again, Mr. Jerry Siegel. Jerry, dude. Anyway, and of course, a lot of this could be Mort Weisinger meddling. I don't know, but let us dig into it, shall we? Okay, I like how the opening splash has. if you see this, because they do so many crazy things in comic books, you're like, wait a minute, she's gonna be is the bad guy gonna be Cupid? Some
I
version
literally
of
Yeah,
thought
I
that.
know.
that's what I thought. 'Cause I haven't read this. I don't think I've read this since since I was a kid. I mean, and there's some reprint that I just or maybe. Anyway, so I was like, so he's somehow there's this weird version of Cupid that's the bad guy. Because he's thinking to himself in the opening, world's mightiest man. Yeah, you're invulnerable to everything except my arrows. Once this arrow strikes you, man of steel, you'll become a man of putty. Oh, Henry Cavill. And some fragile, soft-eyed damsel will twist your and blah, whatever. I was like, okay, right then I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, what is
By the way, this
right away? It's like, okay.
what if they were paying Jerry by the word? Just Chris Claremont's this whole page. It's like an illustrated page. It's like a novel in the story.
Right.
Don't shoot Cupid. Superman doesn't know it yet, but I fixed it up. Fixed it so he will meet the right girl and get married. Leave everything to me, pal. So, Superman's super courtship. The opening panel, they're watching Linda Lee Danvers and the Danvers sisters are watching a movie, and it's so sad because somehow I guess the protagonist, he's a bachelor, and we know how bad that is.
Right.
And he does not get married to his sweetheart, and blah 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 whatever. So somehow, I mean, what is she? What is Kara at this point? 16. Maybe 16, 17, somewhere up in there. So what suddenly as they're plunged into darkness, my telescopic vision reveals a large part of Midvale. It's without lights. So anyway, she goes to see what's going on. Supergirl streaks into action, and this is something that kind of this panel here where she gives the power right there. I would like to grab Bruce Timm by the neck and say, you know, there was a time when electricity didn't do shit to Superman or Supergirl.
Right.
Your freaking show, I mean, the slightest tingle of electricity is going, anyway, that's beside the point, but I hate it.
Yeah.
Sorry for the noise. Anyway, so all of a sudden, she's just thinking about the sad movie. She's decided that she's worried for Superman that he's never going to find him. I mean, I'm reading this going, why do we give a shit about Superman's love life? I mean, it's him and Lois, right? But she can't. She got in her head that he's going to be a bachelor, and she can't have it. And she's daydreaming of what she's shipping. This is the Tumblr of 1962. All of a sudden, she's a Tumblr girl shipping Superman to somehow somebody. Well, these people like somehow somebody else's life or love life matters to them more than their own.
Yeah.
And she's dreaming all this crap of Superman with this, being married, and I guess I don't know if that's supposed to be Lois or not. We don't know, but it's just goofy beyond belief. She's decided to dedicate herself to get Superman married, and she's going to go to the Fortress of Solitude for some reason.
Right.
Where she, here after revisiting inside the Arctic Fortress, the girl still emerges and hurtles skyward at fantastic speed. I guess that's why she's ghostly looking.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
So
even her color, her S turned into blue, into yellow so fast that.
So she's gonna go. She leaves him a note. Superman important. Join me in the ancient Troy one day. Yeah. Hey, look. Hey, J-Man. Want to go get lunch, dude? Meet me in ancient Mesopotamia, would you?
Yeah, no problem.
What the hell?
That's my favorite place. They've got this great sushi bar there.
Dude, hey, Sean, man, dude, I know this place in 1817 San Francisco, man, the best. They've got the best. I don't know something. Let's go eat there. Yeah, man.
But she said important, like it's a life and death thing. Superman's like, oh my god, what the hell? So he flies over. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're just gonna meet in the back. I'm sorry, it's so funny to me. They're gonna meet back in time, and she decides Helen of Troy. Was she?
Yeah.
What is she, blonde? Yeah. I don't know.
I thought she was blonde. I thought that too. But maybe I was thinking of Diane Kruger or whatever her name was from the Troy movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, she's decided that she's the most beautiful woman of all time. So Superman And I love, man, you talk about the shallowness of the day. The most beautiful woman of all time has to be with Superman
Yes.
because he's Superman, and that's it.
Yeah.
A flying maiden. Anyway, so though Superman has failed to change history before, I'm hopeful that love will now conquer the impossible, and the mightiest man and the most beautiful woman of all time would make a marvelous match. Why do you have spoken like a true 16-year-old who doesn't know anything?
Right.
Yeah.
Jerry.
But also, they're messing up the space-time continuum here because
Big
it's
time.
like now, like way in the past, like these angry gods came and like beat everyone up, and it's like, what the hell? Yeah.
I don't. So anyway, they're back. She can't do this in the 20th century. I don't understand why this had to be. Okay, I know it had to be what's her face. Why? Because there are no women of equal beauty, the Helen of Troy, in the 20th century.
What about Wonder Woman? Right.
Yeah,
Phantom
Wonder
Menace,
Woman.
Wonder
Phantom Menace.
Woman,
Yeah.
right? And we're not too many years out from Raquel Welch. You know what I mean? And Margaret. And Margaret. I mean, Marilyn Monroe. I mean, there are a lot of gorgeous women, but no, it's got to be a historical one. And anyway, blah blah blah. They're bored. This was boring but stupid. And then all of a sudden, I'm just going to skip up a little bit unless you guys have things to say because basically the bottom line is they end up shenanigans with a unicorn, with a
Right.
Oh yeah, they stick a unicorn and a minotaur on them.
right, and
You know.
This looks
'Cause
like
they
a
have it in the
minotaur.
basement or something.
Yeah, this looks like a regular man wearing a minotaur head.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
it's
Doesn't look like a monster. Yeah.
I mean, when I'm reading this, I'm like, what is happening here? What does this? Any of this have to do with anything? Why is this a story to begin with? Why did Mort Weisinger? I don't know. I can't get into the story. I'm like so stupid. It's like
Yeah.
I want to get Superman matchmaking. I mean, really, this is one of the worst comic stories I've ever read in my life, and I don't care what you can only excuse much by the era,
Right.
and then go, come on, dude.
But I love how this turns out here because Supergirl, like, well, you'll see.
Yeah.
I love when she's telling all right, they get pissed off at this dude. What was this guy?
I don't know, one of the boyfriends.
Must mask my own treachery and take this spear and slay that dog for freeing the creatures without permission.
Right.
I can't kill though he's a scoundrel. Let him go.
Yeah.
The decision is not yours. If I turn my thumb down, you must slay him. If I raise my thumb, he lives. Now decide. She's starting to gesture. Thumbs down. What will I do? Her powers are the weirdest. She's always able to use them in the weirdest way. You notice, like
Right.
with the stuff with the Legionnaires, like her blowing super vacuum breath. Well, she can. And, I mean, why don't you just make it telekinesis or something? Because she's using her super breath to force what's her name. Her thumb is going down, but she forces her thumb back upwards. It's a good thing the super breath didn't like blow her arm off or something.
Yeah.
Right. Also, thumbs up means dead. Thumbs up means you can kill him. That's a whole thing because
Well, they didn't know that back then, right? Yeah.
the question that they're asking the Roman person is like, should I kill him? Yes, you should. No, you shouldn't. So
Yes,
thumbs
you gotta
down
go.
actually meant it's reverse.
I
Thumbs
thought
down.
whether the lion eats, it's like yes or no, right? Yeah.
So I'm giving the big historical. You listen. You can always count on historical lessons here on this channel.
By Zeus, a strong wind is turning my thumb up against my will. Petronius is spared. Oh my God! Thanks to my super breath, pressure on Helen's thumb. Good thing it didn't break her thumb or anything. I mean, that's well done. And then Superman says, "Good thinking." No, quit thinking, Supergirl. No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
How about you fly the guy away? It's like I don't care what you decide. I'm gonna fly him away and like what? Well, I want you to kill him. Okay, I'm not going to. Like,
How about for your beauty and valor this day? We proclaim you the toast of Troy. What a thrilling surprise. I'm so honored. And the reason why I wouldn't move through that kind of quick, because this story, the fun, ridiculous stuff is yet to come.
Yeah.
yes, but I love the fact that Supergirl usurped Helen of Troy. Everyone's like, she's looking, she's pretty cute. She's got powers. I'm liking this Supergirl. And they're like, yeah, Helen, you're not that good anymore. And then all of a sudden they're like, we're not launching no 1,000 ships for your ass. It's like we're doing it for SG, baby. She's the legit.
Goodbye. Don't come back. Let's return to 1962 that we shouldn't have left.
Yeah, why does Supergirl look mean in here?
Yeah, I know. She's all angry.
I don't. My scheme to have Superman fall in love with Helen Troy, of Troy failed by a twist of fate. I took away from her glory. I goofed, but am I downhearted? No, I will try again. Yes. Anyway, so all of a sudden she decides, hey, how about the Legion of Superheroes? I'll bring she says I'll bring you to the time when they're adults. Because she decides Saturn girl, now Saturn woman, will make Superman make a wonderful wife for Superman. And I'm just the one to hatch a romance between those two. Good God.
Here's a question. If they can't accept, if they only accept teens as Legionnaires, then how can Saturn woman be a Legionnaire if she's a woman? Like, they didn't take Supergirl when she turned 18.
Well, it's like the other story we read. Yeah.
Yeah.
Later, they've said another issue, other things where they allowed an adult Legion because they all still wanted. They just amended the Constitution of the Legion because they just wanted to stay Legionnaires. So
I see.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, which is fine, I guess, because otherwise you have to bring a whole new group. But swiftly, the Girl of Steel cleans up the fortress. Oh, this is hilarious right here.
This is hilarious.
Well done, Supergirl. Thanks. Someday when you're married, it'll be your wife who will do the house cleaning. Oh,
that's
yeah.
Right.
Hey, I'm not arguing with it, but some other people.
I want super cleaning.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want just regular cleaning. I want super
get married
cleaning.
For. Not married, not I. My duty is to protect Earth against various perils. Come first, I'll never marry. So that's what you think. Little do you know what's cooking in eager little brain of mine. Wow. Okay. At this point, man, I'm like, what in the hell am I reading here?
Yeah.
I just don't understand any of this. I lost my place. Where am I? Sorry, I lost where I
Christmas?
am. My computer went.
Well, they're okay. Weird. So now they go to the future, and then they're celebrating Christmas, and for some reason there's a Santa in one of the Legion vehicles. It's like, okay, and they have this Christmas tree. I actually like this Christmas tree. I think it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yes.
To be honest, I thought it looks pretty cool.
Yes. So it's Christmas. There's Lightning Man and Lightning Lad is now Lightning Man. He has to tell us all of this, of course.
All right.
Yeah.
So they just fly into the future, and it's no big deal. Why is Phantom Girl a phantom? Just in her phantom.
Yeah, she's just standing there. Quagnar wants you to do a Wild Card Wednesday in your Supergirl voice the entire stream.
Okay. I will.
Wednesday.
I'm going to. Tonight on Wild God. No, I take
Sounds like Dave Mednar.
Julia Child or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So, good God, this is. Anybody want to take over for a minute? Yeah, I got nothing right now.
Okay. So basically, she's in the future here, and she's trying to get her with Saturn Girl. So they're doing Christmas, so they put a mistletoe up. Saturn Girl comes in, then Superman and her kiss, and then she puts another mistletoe for more kissing, and then Lightning Man is like, dude, why are you kissing my wife twice? What do you don't overdo the Christmas spirit.
Twice? Why once?
Why is Superman making out with like Saturn Woman or whatever? And Superman's face is like,
So why doesn't he know that they're married?
Yeah, and I mean, wouldn't Saturn Woman be like, okay, I know I'm
married,
but I'm married? Like,
yeah.
She was into it.
Well, I don't want to say anything about some things that happen in the future.
Yeah, it takes two to tango.
One thing that happens in the Legion, if any Legion fan will tell you, that when it becomes an actual Legion series throughout the course of the Bronze Age, whatever, it is a soap opera in terms of relationships and all that other kind of stuff.
Right.
And so some things happen, but yes, this was the first inclination or mention toward them being married, which they do as you marry. Even if you had read much Legion, you probably know they do get married at some point. I mean, there's a whole big special Treasury edition about it. In fact,
Wow.
the Mike
Awesome.
Grell one. But
All
yes,
So here's the
still-
cover finally. Right? This is the cover coming up. Or not the cover, the
No.
Oh, it was the cover, yeah.
yeah.
What? Oh, the
Okay,
cover. Yeah.
The cover of the actual comic.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is the real
this-
story now.
Before that, this one part I would like to cover. If you
Yeah,
wouldn't mind.
you glossed right over the worst part.
Sorry.
All right. Okay. After they get back to their own time, this is the if I ever did marry, it would be someone super and lovable like you, my
Whoa.
16-year-old cousin.
Yeah.
We can't marry because we're cousins. Though cousins can marry in certain countries, here on Earth, we're both from the planet Krypton, where the marriage of cousins was unlawful. But that is some weird stuff right there. First of all,
I know.
we can't get married because we're cousins. But some places you can get married, but not on Krypton, which is no longer. I mean, why? I don't.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where you're thinking, oh, something has taken over Superman or something. No, it's Superman.
Just
That's
weird.
what he's thinking right now.
Why is that in a kid's comic? I wonder if they got
I
any
know.
letters about that. I'm like, what in the hell?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can get basically he's saying if only we could get married. That's literally what this is amounting to. Like,
Yeah.
it's like that's sort of what he's implying. And now Supergirl
It's
grows
weird,
extra
dude.
arms, which
Yes, I like that.
some of them should have been clear, right? Like,
So
Yeah.
she just, by the way, she Googles
yeah,
chicks that Superman would be into,
yeah.
basically, and finds the planet Stariel.
Sterile.
No, it's good. So I found her. She's just like, oh, that's like I went to Instagram, man, or went to Tinder and found this really hot chick. And since you're Superman, you shouldn't have any trouble scoring with her. Go for it, dude.
I love that Krypton's like pointed out and like super big. Like, what's this other planet? Or what are these other things? Like Krypton. Okay, these seem rather close. I don't think this is. I don't think that's accurate. He would have failed the science fair project if he would have turned that in. Anyway,
Exactly. It just goes there. First of all, why? See, remember he said I wouldn't marry anybody,
yeah,
but then he said, "Okay, you just do what you said."
Yeah.
What? Wait a minute. And because she, and by the way, she said she's basically an adult version of Kara. That's not creepy at all.
right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go marry an adult version of my cousin. And they mate for 5 seconds, and Luma Lanai. What is these names, man? Got another LL, folks. By the way,
Yeah,
because she has superpowers on this planet. We don't know why, because we don't really learn much about her, right? We just know that she's cute. She has superpowers. I want to be wherever you are, darling, because we've known for each other for 2 panels.
the 2 panels that changed their lives. these are the panels of their lives.
Yeah.
But it's Superman and his bride to be that he's known for 3 panels now streak into our solar system. Supergirl, watching eagerly, goes, "Oh, I love Tumblr. Great Scott, she looks weak, agonized. I wonder, have they known each other more than 3 panels? Hey, are they doing something outside the panels I want to know about?" Nah. So it turns out, of course, she can't live on the planet with a yellow sun. She lives on a planet with an orange sun, which we've used that excuse before. But
Right.
Superman's not supposed to have powers on an orange sun, is he?
No.
Yeah,
Super
Yeah.
Batman of Planet X.
he's not supposed to. Yeah, I think it's any other color sun doesn't work, right?
It could be. I know red certainly doesn't, and there was another one. Yeah. So anyway, so she can't have powers. Then you have this. No, Earth needs you. No, Earth needs you. First, because Earth's yellow sun rays, which make me super powerful, affect you destructively. Blah, 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 blah. You could never leave, so I'll stay here. You weren't a few pages ago. You were committed to Earth, and you weren't going to leave the planet.
Right. You're right.
So,
Yeah, but Clobberin, you didn't see what he saw. Like, look at this. Like, woo.
He was like, "Wow, you look too much like my cousin to leave you."
Wait, are you telling me you look like my cousin and it's legal?
Oh.
Woo! We hit the big time.
LL, hey, LL. So,
hey.
Yeah, she goes, no, Earth needs you. Go, forget me. Well, I don't know. We've been so close these past 4 panels, but I'll always love you. These have been the best 4 panels of my life. Superman returns to Earth and explains to Supergirl, Tom, it's all my fault for trying to rush you into a marriage. I know 4 panels is nowhere near enough. You should have at least known each other for 10 or 15 panels.
It is your fault, you dumb idiot.
It is your dumb stupid. Please don't cry. You can't help it that you're a moron. You're 15 years old. And
Please
don't you were 2 years older.
3 years we can be legal.
Yeah, a legal cousin. So good God, man, like Jesus Christ. So anyway, it talks about Cleopatra. Oh, she was going to thought of. And by the way, she's reading one of my all-time favorite books. This is a page turner. It's called Ancient History. I know you guys have read it. It's one of the best, man.
Yeah, I found the middle part was a bit slow, but the beginning was good.
Come on, man! Ancient History by history writer. He's one of the best, man. Oh God!
I heard he plagiarized a lot of stuff though, so I don't know.
Good one. Well done. So that was about the dumbest. I'm sorry, Jerry. I love you, man. We gave us so much. So you hope you got a lot of money for all those words. Really do, man. But I mean, it wasn't. It's fun. By the way, it's funny as hell to watch. These things are funny, but at the same time, it's like I can't wait till we get Legion stories.
Right. Well, we are doing this a little bit quicker now, so that's good. So let's take a look at what's coming up because we always have these. And I think we're okay. I think we're all on the same page for the next ones. So the next ones are going to be Superboy 98, which is the first Ultra Boy, right?
Yes.
And then Superman 155. And then Adventure 282, correct? Yes, and that's Lana Lang. Wow, that's going to be cool. Lana Lang with the Legion.
Oh, she's going to be, yeah. All right, let's see. Huh. All right.
Yeah. All right. That's
cool.
That's going to be good.
Superboy
98. Superman 155.
Okay. I'm trying to get it so I don't forget it, but you'll probably put them on your.
Yeah, I'll put it on the stream. And then Adventure 282.
What was the number on Superman again?
155. And I've still got my Superman thing open, so maybe I'll check and see.
155. Okay.
Yeah. So Superboy 98, Superman 155, and Adventure Comics 282.
Wow.
All right.
Let me check Superman 155. Make sure
I only have Superboy 98 from that. That's it.
All right, so you can do that one, Sean. When we
cool.
Adventure Comics, which one?
Adventure Comics is 282. Now this is the spreadsheet.
Now I got it. 282. Sorry about that. I wanted to make sure I had it right.
Yeah. I just want to make sure the Legion's actually in this Superman issue.
Lana.
Maybe
didn't we do that? We didn't do that one before. We haven't done 282 before.
No. Oh, 282? Wait.
Yeah, we've done that
one. Adventure 282. Did we do that one?
Yeah, that's the one.
We did do that one.
Starboy.
Oh, right. Okay, 282.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that was weird. It's listed on the spreadsheet. So sorry, it's 290 then is the next one. Adventure 290.
Oh yeah, maybe 290. Let's see.
290. Seventh superhero. I don't think we've done that one.
Double check it. Looks like
We
Oh,
probably have.
we did do that one. We did do
Yeah, we
290.
did it because it's in my
yeah, we did
book.
that one
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Okay. So hold on.
It's gotta
290 and
be.
290.
It's gotta be Adventure 300.
300. Yeah.
We did
It's
Adventure 293.
Yeah. It's 300. It's 300. Is
300.
it?
Yeah.
Well, we're finally doing a comic I actually have.
Oh,
This
awesome.
is my earliest adventure comics. It's not in the best of shape, but I got her, and I got a shirt with her on there too from our usual place, I believe.
Oh, yes.
I got that shirt.
Your shirts. Okay, so there you go. So I'm just checking Superman 155 to make sure that the Legion is in it because I'm not seeing them. I'm scrolling down. Oh yeah, they appear. I mean, they appear for one panel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do you think?
Begins the series.
Yeah. So do you want to do it?
300 begins the series.
Yeah, but you're talking about J-Man. You're talking about Superman, whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm talking about Superman 155.
Oh, we don't have to do it if that's the case. Yeah, I mean,
it looks like it's one of these ones where they're all like, you know, we'll talk about it. We're gonna end the stream now. We'll talk about it privately in the stream.
Okay.
So guys, I'm gonna put. Let's do quickly. Clobby, you're on tonight with the Monday Night Mark C Comic Talk.
Yes, sir. Gonna review Marvel feature number 1, first appearance of the Defenders.
Awesome.
And a surprise review that I haven't figured out what it's going to be yet.
Okay. Okay, so it's a surprise to you and
big time.
us.
If I get it, if I find something to review in time, that is.
Awesome.
So,
yeah. Okay, Sean, what's going on? You just did your Rebirth, which we watched, and then what's the next thing that's coming up?
Yeah, next one is going to be robotics. The Marvel produced miniseries cut into one movie. That's going to be on Saturday at 8 p.m. And whatever else work's been really busy, so like I haven't been really posting a lot of videos lately. So
all right. Yeah. Well, everyone in the chat knows everyone here. For those who don't, I did post both links to Clobby and Sean in the chat, but they're also in the link to the description of this video and all my videos that I post, no matter what they are. So you can check everybody out there. But yeah, okay, guys, we're gonna end it there. Thanks so much, everybody in the chat. Thanks for voting. The final results of the poll was that 45% chose Sunboy, 18%, 45% chose Sunboy. Bouncing Boy got 18%, and Chameleon Boy got 36%. So Sunboy is the winner.
Wow, man!
Wow, I'm
That's
shocked.
Okay, but I like Chameleon Boy the best.
Yeah, I think Chameleon Boy.
I like them all. They're all good.
Yep. That's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, guys. Well. All right. Thanks to everybody. Yeah, go ahead, Clobby.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. We'll address that when we get
we'll address it in a
Good night, everybody. LLL. Long live the Legion.
Long live the Legion.
Hey, friends. You've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.